Alright, so again, real quick, we're on another holding pattern, imagine that, but I got a Buck and Billy Ray shirt in the mail last night, and I'd already gotten one that Speed Marine had sent to me, so I emailed old Buckin and said, hey, I think you forgot to mark me off your list, and so I'll send this shirt right back to you. And he said, no, he somebody else anonymously bought me a Buck and Billy Ray shirt. So whoever you are, jump in the comments. Thank you. Let me know who you are. So I've gotten asked now that the subscribers just keep coming in and keep coming, and again, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate every one of you guys, because it's not just me that does this channel. It takes every one of us. And that's why I want to make sure and say my hellos to the new subscribers, and say thank you to the ones that are helping out, and say an extra thank you to the ones that like Speed Marine, Danny Girl, little extra things that they've done to help the channel, and then all the people with the great comments. And I'm not even going to try to name all y'all, because I'll forget somebody, and then I'll feel bad about that. But anyways, thank every one of you guys for all your great comments. And anyway, so I've gotten asked, since we're getting all these new subscribers 3 or 4 more times now, about the horns, the whistles, what they mean. And I've already done a video on that, but I can't remember what it was titled. I do believe it was titled Explaining Talkie Tutors, but I'll go over it again. Anyway, so, and the tone on the whistle for the yarder is different than the whistle on the carriage, and there's a reason for that, so you can know the difference. Main reason for the horn is safety, so that when the guys in the brush, the only way, or not the only way, we have handhelds. They can communicate through handhelds, but when they first started logging, they didn't, so they used whistles. And each whistle represents something that I have to do with the yarder to do whatever they, like if they want to go ahead on the skidding line to bring the logs in, they blow me 3. Do. So 3 is bringing it in. 4 whistles is slack the skid line. 2 whistles when the carriage is in the brush means skin the rigging back. 2 and 1 means slack the haul back. 2 on the landing, if the rigging's in and they blow 2 on the landing, that means no chokers. And if they blow 2 and 3, then they want 3 chokers. There's a lot of whistles and a lot to remember, but there's just a select few that we use all the time. The main whistles, I'm going to blow the whistle a couple of times, you guys just ignore them. Anyways, the most important whistle at all is that's the up-ho. That means the logs are up, out of the way, in the clear, take it home. Get some. One whistle means stop. A long whistle means that's a panic stop, and a super long whistle means there's something wrong. So if my chaser's out here in front of the yarder doing something and we break a line or something's going on, I blow a long whistle, he knows to book it. Get out of the way, then look back and see what's going on. And then we've got the whistle on the carriage. And right now I don't have any bugs on me. We're all fouled up. We crashed the car yesterday, broke the skyline. In such a hurry they forgot to leave a bug, so I can't even show it to you guys. Anyways. Does that slack the haywire? Oh, going ahead on the haywire. So right there's another whistle. 3 and 1 means go ahead on the haywire. And the haywire is this little line that we use to pull the bigger lines around. So what's going to happen here in a second is he's going to slack the haul back, and I'll start pulling the haul back around. Anyways, back to the carriage. Like I I say, that the tone on the whistle, the carriage is a little bit different, so you can tell the two apart. when you're working the bug on the carriage, that's what is making it's got a skyline clamp and a skin line clamp. And then it's got a wheel in there that the line runs over that spits the drop line out. So if you blow one, that stops it. Just stops, clamps it. You give it two, that opens the skin line clamp and the skyline clamp is closed. So that way, if you've already got your drop line out and you hook your logs up, you blow two to the car, and then three to the yarder, and that'll start picking the drop line and the logs up. Logs get to where you want them to go, you stop the yarder, you blow three to the carriage, closes the skin line, opens the skyline. So now you can bring the logs along the skyline and bring them up to the landing. So the skyline clamp is open, and then they blew me a stop, and they open the skyline clamp, and then they'll give me three more, and I'll start going ahead on the skid line, and then that's when I get the doot doot. It's called an up-ho. That's the get some whistle. So I hope that kind of explains a little bit more. You understand? Basically, the whistle is communication from the guys in the brush to me, telling me what I need to do with the yarder, so that. Okay, so now we're hooked to the haul back. We're going to start pulling. So you give me 3 in 1 and 2 in 1. So that means go ahead on the haywire. Dang it, I'm getting myself all messed up. Go ahead on the haywire and slack the haul back. So this little line is coming on, and that little bit bigger line is going off. We're going to use the haywire to pull the haul back around to the yarder. Anyways, we're pulling the haul back up to the yarder to hook onto the carriage, because we have to get the carriage clear back there. So the haul back will pull the carriage back up to them guys, so that they can get the logs out. Anyway, so hopefully that helps out some. When I get a bug up here, I will do another explanation of it all, but like I say, right now we're trying to get the skyline back in the air, and that's more important. We got to get back to logging, because if we're not logging, I don't have a channel at all. So anyways, I hope that helps. We'll get back with you guys. Gosh dang it, I forgot to turn my camera on. Anyways, it's on now, so I'm going ahead on my haul back. I'm slacking my haywire, and I'm pulling my skyline out at the same time. Slack line road change. But my haywire brake does not work properly, so I can't just set it to peel back. I'm having to use my foot on which isn't that big of a deal, but you should be able to just set the pressure on the haywire, start pulling it back. But since nothing on this thing works right, hopefully I'm not turning my head back and forth too quick for y'all, but I've got to be able to see all of my drums to do this. And you want to keep your haywire and your haul back up and your skyline down, so you don't get any wraps in it going back. If everything was working right, I'd be able to just smoke this baby back with ease, but not everything works right, so. Should go back a lot faster. With it not working right, I'm just taking it a little bit easy and make sure it gets back there. Sometimes it's better to slow down and get it there in one piece than it is to haul ass and have a big mess when you get there, and then take 2.5 days to fix it, like it seems to take around here to do anything. see, even my skyline won't work right, so I'm having to just let it slack down with my foot. As long as and I can see it down there, I don't know if it comes out on the video, but I can see as long as I keep that haulback or that haywire and that skyline separated, we'll be alright. Just, you don't want them, they start wrapping. I know you're thinking, well, both lines are going the same way, how could it be wrapped? But it most definitely will. You get belly wraps. Yeah, yes, it come up tight.
Yeah, copy. I think it's right here in front of me. I'm going to check.
Anyways, they'd only be belly wraps, but if he doesn't, when he gets the eye back there, if he doesn't hook it, go up or under, whichever way it happens to be right, then he can put one wrap in it. And then you'd have to get the haywire and the haulback apart to fix it. So that's why it's so crucial to keep one or the other line tight and one slack. It just works out easier to keep the haywire tight and the skyline slacked. I don't know what he's doing now, so we're on a holding pattern. Seems like a whole lot of my videos lately have been on a holding pattern. I'm not impressed at all. He unorganized, can't make a decision on his own, can't do more than one thing at one time. Got to be able to okay, I'm doing this, you two go grab that, get that coming this way, you get over there and start undoing that, no, hook that up, get over here, okay, now it all comes together. I just saved us 25 minutes. So this guy, he dinks down the road and all this, and then he doesn't tell anybody what's going on, and then he gets down there and can't do it by himself, so he gets mad. What the heck's going on? Blah, 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 blah. If you'd open your mouth and tell me what we're doing, I could be right there to help you. You can tell I'm a little upset. I'm not real happy about being stuck back in the yarder again.